Well, the game has developed, let's say, over the last 2 years, really. I wouldn't really stick out the last 12 months. Obviously, through the success, you gain a lot of motivation again, a lot of confidence. But the game was always really there. I just needed to put it into place and let things really fall into place. And fortunately, it happened a couple of times very well last year. So it was a very special season in 2014. Well, the second major, compared to the first one, was a little bit different. The PGA Championship was a little bit of a surprise for me as well. To win it in the playoff, to win it in America against an American guy was not that easy. And then playing the US Open last year, the way I won this, from the start till the end, I was leading the golf tournament. It was quite an exhausting week. Because of all the media after the rounds and stuff, so it's a little bit more tiring. But it was like a wire-to-wire win. It was a question, that we get a lot. What does it really mean to you to put on the green jacket? I don't know how much it will mean. I can tell you when I really put it on. It's obviously it's one of those things when you're a kid, when you're sitting on the putting green, chipping green. That is sometimes you dream about it, to have this, 6-footer for the Masters. So hopefully it will happen one day, that I will have a chance. I tried to keep the same routine the last 2-3 years because I did well. I felt good the last 2-3 years when I started the tournament. So I came here the weekend earlier, played already on Sunday 18 holes, played Monday 18 holes, and then I tried to take it a little bit easy on Tuesday and Wednesday. To be ready by Thursday morning. Well, the thing is that every single shot, every putt is so difficult, and you need to think a lot about your next shot. Usually when you play tournaments, you only play the actual shot that you have to play now. Here you have to, the strategy for the next shot, you have to think a lot about it. Where do I place the ball? To what angle? There's a lot of thinking involved. So. Even practice rounds, you hit a few more shots here and there, you talk too much, or not too much, but a little bit more to your caddy, that you don't want to do anything wrong when the tournament starts. So there's a lot of thinking involved, a lot of practice rounds involved. So mentally it's a very, very exhausting week. Well, I cannot really remember Bernhard's win. I was too young. I didn't even play golf by then. But there are a lot of memories from '97 when Tiger won. Obviously the way he won, shooting 3 or 4 over par of his first 9, and then won in the end by plenty of shots. Those were very inspiring moments, for me as a teenager, and even now when you watch the highlights, those moments really stand out when you think about the Masters. There are a lot of speculations already, about obviously those favorites, but to pick one guy who's under the radar is a tough one. I think Lee Westwood, he had very good results over the last 4 or 5 years. I think he finished 3 or 4 times in the top 10 the last 5 years, and no one's really talking about him. So, and it's time for him to win a major as well. So I believe he will be up there again.